The only archetype that takes skill in NBA 2K19. The hardest build to use in NBA 2K19. The only build in NBA 2K19 that only the best of the best can perform on. No, but seriously, I mean, who wouldn't want to play on a build that can do this? And stuff like this. And even better, I mean, stuff like this. Now listen, before we get into the Mount Rushmore, I know what you guys are going to say. There's somebody down there that's going to say, you guys aren't the best stretches. The best stretches reside here, in the comp stage. So in honor of those comp stage stretch bigs, I decided to put in the beginning of this video a couple selfies I took with them. No, but in all seriousness, it's not just about being a great stretch big to make it on Mount Rushmore. You got to be more than that. You have to be somebody in the community that is looked up to when it comes to stretch bigs, and we have found the right 4 people. Let's get right into it. You guys are looking to buy a stacked NBA 2K19 account with a high overall and maxed out badges, make sure you hit up my boy Sports TMB. The link to his Twitter will be in the description. Click it, make sure you tell him that Dat Boi sent you, and he'll hook you up with the account of your dreams. So to kick this one off, we're going to start with the person who is the biggest and has been around the longest. Yes, we are talking about Nadexe. Now, whether you like Nadexe or not, you have to acknowledge when it comes to stretch bigs, he is one of the most well-known and most skilled stretch bigs in all of NBA 2K, not just 19. He has, ever since archetypes have come out back in 2K17, he has been a stretch big. Of course, he had his glass cleaner when he was going for top rep, but everyone knows when it came down to it, he was a stretch big. Now, even before 2K17, Nate was playing 2K and 2K16, 2K15. He was a center, but back then, you know, there was no archetypes. It was just inside, outside, and balanced. But he has been one of the most well-known and highly skilled stretch bigs ever since 2K started with archetypes. Nate is known for playing on the 2s for the most part, usually as the ball handler on his stretch big, running with a glass cleaner. And in 2K19, he got off to a little bit of a slow start because he decided he was going to go with a post score. But ever since he switched back to the stretch big, he has been killing it. He's got over a 90 win percentage for like the 5th year in a row. And, you know, say what you want, whether you like him as a person or not. As a stretch big, he is one of the most well-known stretch bigs in the community and has been putting out content for you guys for at least 3, 4, 5 years now when it comes to 2K. So he is well deserving of his spot on the Mount Rushmore of stretch bigs. Next up, we have my boy, Duke Dennis. Duke is the only one on this Mount Rushmore representing the PlayStation 4, and we're trying to convert him over to the Xbox. Now, Duke is a unique stretch big, okay? Duke, even last year, was the first person, at least first YouTuber, to go with a stretch big that wasn't a pure. Duke last year had a playmaking stretch big, a shot creating stretch big. And you see in these clips here in 2K19, he's got his shot creating stretch big yet again, and he goes absolutely crazy, getting ankle breakers off of hop steps, something that you just don't see stretch bigs do. So part of that uniqueness is why Duke is on this list, but it's also just his overall ability on the game. The dude has over a 90 win percentage yet again on 2K. I mean, that's winning 9 out of 10 games consistently. Not a lot of players can do it, and he is doing it despite the fact that he is such a big YouTuber with people pulling up on him left, right, and center. And, you know, Duke just goes crazy, whether it's with his playmaking stretch, his shot creating stretch, or, you know, whatever else he comes up with. Duke is also really well known for putting out some of the best jump shots in the 2K community. So when it comes to stretch bigs, especially over on PS4, who do you think of? You always think of Duke Dennis. And whether it's PS4 or not, when it comes to stretches, you just think of Duke Dennis, jump shots, Duke Dennis. So he has to be on this Mount Rushmore of stretch bigs. Next up on our Mount Rushmore is GrindingDF. Now, you see, we have to put the mascot for Grinding's face because, well, I know what he looks like, but he hasn't dropped his face reveal yet, so I can't leak that to you guys. I can't be that. Should I have? Comment down below if I should have just leaked the face. But we're going to put his Jazz mascot because if anybody knows, you know, that's the mascot that represents his channel, the Jazz mascot. But anyways, let's get into grinding. I mean, where do I start? To some of you, he might seem like a new YouTuber, but this man has been a stretch big since 2K17. I remember back in 2K17 watching his videos, and he's just one of not only the funniest 2K YouTubers, but he's also very good at the game. The dude has been a stretch big, like I said, since 2K17. I remember watching his videos. He was going crazy back then, doing his spin move, pulling up, greening, and now he's doing the same types of things on 2K19. He has blown up. He's going absolutely crazy. He's gained so many subscribers just in the first couple months of 2K19, and I'm sure he will continue to do the same. Grinding is part of DF, one of the biggest clans on 2K. He runs with power on the 2s a lot, and they are a very, very formidable duo. He's also very good on the 3s, plays in the stage, makes tons of entertaining videos, and when you think of Stretch Bigs in 2K19, GrindingDF is one of the names that comes to mind, and he deserves his spot on Mount Rushmore of Stretch Bigs. And last, but certainly not least, we got this freaking idiot. But seriously, I did not vote for this, okay? This vote was held, I don't know where it was held, but I was voted in, okay? So I'm going to be on the Mount Rushmore as well. But seriously, I think I've done enough to be on the Mount Rushmore of Stretch Bigs. Let me know down in the comments if you think I deserve to be on the Mount Rushmore of Stretch Bigs. Comment right now. But listen, I think I've done enough to be on this Mount Rushmore. I mean, when it comes to Stretch Bigs, I'm one of the most well-known people in the community. I'm hated on a lot because of my build. You know, it takes no skill, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to continue to represent the Stretch Bigs. It's so much fun to play on a Stretch Big. So there's no reason for me not to do it. Plus, it's a godlike build. So, you know, just don't yell at me, please. But in all seriousness, guys, I started off my channel back in 2K17 on a post score, but last year in 2K18, I decided I was going to switch to a Stretch Big. It's just more entertaining, especially for YouTube purposes, to be somebody that can dribble, shoot from half court, shoot contested shots, those types of things. It just makes it a lot more entertaining and honestly fun to play for me on 2K. But in terms of my competitiveness, you know, I think I'm one of the better Stretch Bigs out there, but also just in terms of me putting out content for Stretch Bigs and leaving my mark on the community, I think I've done that. I appreciate everyone who voted for me, even though that vote never really happened. But yeah. But listen, guys, when it comes to Stretch Bigs, these are the 4 names that you think of. I'm not talking about we're the absolute best Stretch Bigs, but to make it on Mount Rushmore, it's not just about being the best. You have to leave your mark. You have to be in the community, putting out content. Not only you have to be skilled, but you have to be influential, and these 4 Stretch Bigs have done just that. Comment down below if I got the Mount Rushmore right, or comment the 4 names you think should be on the Mount Rushmore of Stretch Bigs. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you drop a like, and you guys have a great night.